statement is, if I could go back in time.
So sexism didn't exist. Sorry, someone said. Sorry.
All right, next statement is, if I could go back in time to change things, I would.
Cool. That's a great question.
If I could go back in time
This is a deep one.
to change things, I would.
Anything in my life.
Yes.
Or just anything in history?
No, it's your life. I think that question normally means about you. Obviously, if I could go back in history, I'd be like, hey, leave that bat alone or something.
No, Connor would be the type of motherfucker to go back to like the 1300s being like, no, she's definitely a witch.
I'd go back to like 2 months ago to be like, no, Connor, don't watch Oshinoko. Don't watch it. You're not going to like it. Don't watch it, Connor.
Save yourself.
Don't watch 86 while you're at it. Go back and save Harambe. Be there when the kid falls in.
Okay.
Oh my god, my head went like from all the heat. We have some more water desu. Mizu desu ne? Sumimasen, onegaishimasu. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please. Yeah, a lot of people do this online joke that like it all started going wrong after Harambe died, which is kind of interesting because it's true. That's what happened.
We lived in a world of peace before while Harambe
We were
was
in
alive.
harmony until that monkey died. That monkey died.
Save Steve Irwin. I would.
It's just about we're only referring to our own lives.
Yes,
Sure,
only referring to our own lives. If you could go back in time, you would change something about your own life.
Sure. All right.
All right, should we reveal?
Yeah.
Do you want to go first, Joey?
Okay. I'm gonna say somewhat disagree. Yeah. What do you got?
I think I know what Connor put.
I put
Yeah, I put slightly agree.
strongly disagree.
Let's
Okay.
mix things up a little bit. here.
Okay.
I'm a strongly kind of guy in general.
Yeah.
With my feelings. I think my strongly disagree comes from the fact that I think you need to fuck up to be a human
Yeah,
being.
absolutely.
You have to learn from your mistakes, and accepting those mistakes is part of that. So if you've made a regret, hopefully it wasn't
You
too
wrote
bad.
Stongly.
I would like to change it now to strongly.
I would like to go back 5 seconds.
My point being is that
Is that like the stonks of Strongly?
that's how strongly I agree.
Strongly disagree.
Strongly, all the heat is fucking with my brain. I think being human is being able to accept your mistakes and move on from them. And
Yeah.
you got to have regrets. You got to have some regrets. But I think also accepting those regrets is important. And I think I'm doing pretty good now. I wouldn't want to change things. Well, who knows what might if I did that one thing that I fucked up, if that might have changed everything, and I would have been working at McDonald's again.
Yeah, exactly.
Never left.
I'm pretty happy. You know,
Strongly kinda
with
guy.
like I think everyone in life has been through some shit at one maybe multiple stages in their lifetime, and yeah, sure, it fucking sucks, of course, but it's what made you like now.
Yeah.
And if you like that, which I sure do, and I'm sure Connor does as well with himself, because he loves himself. He strongly disagrees with it. Then
I'm keeping it strong.
yeah, like I think, obviously, maybe there are some like small little things in life, or maybe like, oh, I wish I could have, said this differently, or like I could have maybe, done maybe like a small event differently. But any kind of like big change, no, I'm pretty happy with it. Like, yeah, sure. I'm aware that I might have potentially fucked up in my life, but that's
You have to.
how
You
I
gotta
got.
fuck up.
Yeah.
Everyone fucks up.
I learned from that, and now I'm a better person because of it. So, yeah. What did you say? Slightly agree.
I said slightly agree because I think like the Sigma answer is being like what you guys said, being like, I'm happy with myself. Every mistake I made along the way shaped the person I am, and I wouldn't change any of that.
Yeah.
That's such a good answer.
And I'm like, yeah, I do agree with like some philosophy behind that. You need to fuck up. You need to make mistakes. And would I want to change the person I am today? No. Would I want to change, would I maybe want to change some of the lessons I had to learn along my life in order to get here? I mean, there are so many things that have happened in my life. Some weren't the greatest moments of my life. And I think back and it's just like, can I learn these same lessons without feeling the pain or the suffering that I went through? And I'm like, I would be lying if I would say that if I could go back in time and be like, hey, Garn, you can learn this lesson. Just don't make this massive fucking mistake. And you'll feel like a lot less pain and there'll be a period of your life where you won't fucking hate for a while. Then I think that a lot of people have kind of a period of their lives where they're like, you know what? It made me the person I am today, but did I become that person in spite of what happened or because of what happened, you know?
It definitely helps.
It definitely happened.
Honestly, I think I'm worried because my first thought was, fuck, it sounds like so much effort to go back and fix stuff. I'm just too lazy to go back and fix it.
Also, you never know. It might end up like programmer's dilemma of like you fix one bug, you make 10 more, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean,
what's to say that won't happen?
It could be. It could be. I mean, like, you could go back and fucking Miguel could like show up and be like, this is a canon event. Get the fuck out.
Don't do this.
Don't do
this.
Get the food poisoning, Connor.
Say that it's not an illness. Say it.
You need to get sick right now.
But yeah, I feel like, there's a lot of things, especially as a kid, right?
Yeah.
It's, as an adult, I've realized it's way easier to learn something, to be on the right path, than unlearn something and then set yourself on the right path.
Yes.
And there are so many issues I've had to deal with as an adult that were normal for me growing up, that only when I grew up, I was like, oh, I was like really like wrong about this way of thinking for like fucking 25 years of my life. And then it took like 2 years to like break out of that habit and then set myself in like the right mindset. And to me, I'd be like, as a parent, because a lot of this is to do with upbringing and the environment you grew up in, if you could just, as a kid, you're a blank slate. If you could just set yourself on the right path instead of being like, you're on the wrong path and you're going to realize that 20 fucking years down the line. And then you're going to be like, why the fuck was I doing this for all this time? I would just be like, why don't we just, why don't I try to set myself on the right path?
Fair enough.
That's why I somewhat agree.
Sure.
Good answer.
Sure.
Good answer.
All right.
Great answer.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Even
though all of our answers were different, we somehow agreed on what everyone said.
Everyone's answer is supposed to be different.
Yeah.
Very valid. It's all valid.
Gaunt kids confirmed.
All valid.
All right.